We're still talking about work relationship. How do you manage, which is very common, but people really don't talk about it, but we are going to talk about it. How do you manage workplace relationship, love relationships in the office? We have a lot of them in secret, and they actually affect the work in the office.
Okay, I'm going to look at it from two angles as well.
Okay.
If you are the one in the relationship,
yes,
and you find out that you're tending towards an affection that goes beyond professional levels, okay, with someone, and I assume that you're single, so to speak, okay. Now, there's nothing debarring your development of that relationship. But you see, some organizations have policies. The policy is that a couple cannot be in an organization. Now, you want to also ask yourself, what kind of relationship is this? Is it a long-term relationship or a short-term fling? A long-term relationship means that the parties are planning to become husband and wife, in which case they have to decide who's going to leave, because we have to. You can't make it a secret. You'll be violating the corporate principles. If it is not a long-term relationship and it's a fling, it means that you are adding fuel to fire and expecting not to be burnt. Because in that relationship, there will be a lot of emotions, hidden emotions, obvious emotions, that can turn the office into a battlefield if anything goes wrong. In which case, you find out that the parties themselves are sabotaging the workplace. If this happens, you don't want that to happen to your career. So if you're not looking at it long term, then you need to pitch elsewhere for such a relationship outside your office, because you can cost you your job, it can cost the other party, or both of them. If you are a superior and you find out that your subordinates are in a relationship, you need to call them to ask this question, sometimes individually. What are your intentions? I can see the both of you. If you know that this is a long-term relationship, you can then advise them and guide them. Because couples run businesses and they succeed. Families run businesses. There's nothing wrong in having a relationship in the workplace. But you need to determine what is the essence and the object of the relationship. So you don't cut off a knot you could untie if you're a superior, because it could be a long-term relationship. And if they agree, you could say, put all that outside the office, be professional. When you're ready, one person has to move and make the right decision. Make sure it doesn't affect your job. And individuals play a key role here. It's possible to have a relationship and yet be very professional. It is often the relationships that are short-term, that have no future, that are usually flings, that affect the workplace.
Like married woman, boss,
yes,
or boss, married man.
Yes, those ones affect the workplace because there's a lot of emotions. So if one party sees another person talking to a client, he may say, are you starting something? Or talking to another colleague, say, I see you spending too much time with this colleague. Because there's no security in those relationships. So it affects the integrity of the workplace. Because interests and decisions will be taken that are against the ethics or against the profitability of the organization. So it's important to know where it is leading. If it is leading nowhere, stop it before it stops the company.